listening to AMTC Radio, the only show featuring the best music from AMTC artists, news and tips from AMTC leaders and coaches, and interviews with your favorite AMTC performers. I'm your host, Byron Francis. As always, we have a great show lined up for you. We'll be speaking with AMTC alums Stephanie Martin, Rodney Thurman, and Jamie Squires. And of course, we'll be listening to great music from the AMTC Winter and Summer 15 Shine albums. Before we get into the show, I'd like to send a special shout out to those new AMTC performers who are gearing up for their Winter and Summer 16 Shine experiences. Welcome to the family. Now let's get into some music. This is Quentin Lehman with his song, Feet.
I walk over to you, our eyes meet. I ask if you would like to dance. You say yes, please. Come close, lean in. Don't think about the walls keeping us closed in. Move your hips, girl, to the beat. And I'll try not to step on your feet. Your sweet smile makes this whole thing worthwhile. Your soft hair up against my face. And please, girl, won't you stay? Stay with me. Nobody else in the room. No, I'm just thinking about me and you. Just thinking about me and you. I got a feeling there's something special here. And the feeling, oh, it's loud and clear. Come close, lean in. Don't think about the walls keeping us closed in. Move your hips, girl, to the beat. Now try not to step on your feet. Give me one more song, DJ. I've never felt this way. I feel the drums start to beat all the way down to my feet. Give me one more song, DJ. I've never felt this way. I feel the drums start to beat all the way down to my feet. Yeah. Don't think about the walls keeping us closed in. Move your hips, girl, to the beat. And I'll try not to step on your feet.
Take my broken heart, sew together all the pieces. My eyes are filled with darkness. I'm looking for a reason. Lead me to the light. Lead me to the light. I can't do this on So together all the pieces. I can't do this on my own. I don't wanna be alone. 'Cause I've tried but I failed. Oh, I need your help. I'm falling to pieces. Oh, I need your help. I can't do this on my own.
We're back with AMTC Radio. We just heard a song by Sierra Wyckoff called Pieces, and we started today's show with Quentin Lehman and his song called Feet. AMTC alum and singer-songwriter Stephanie Martin has called in to tell us a little bit about herself and her experience with AMTC. Stephanie, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and how you got started with AMTC?
The way that I got involved with AMTC was I heard an ad on the radio driving with my son, who happened to be 11 years old at the time. And when he heard the advertisement, immediately he was like, "Mom, you need to do that." And so I'm thinking, okay, another audition. And so I kind of like didn't do anything with it, but I went online to kind of see what was going on. I was like, is this really true? Actors, models, and talent for Christ. You know, I never heard anything like this before. And so when I went online and I saw and I read about Carrie and just the wonderful work that she'd been doing, it really kind of piqued my interest.
I think we all kind of roll our eyes when we hear about another audition because we've all been through some awkward auditions as performers. But what was it like going from the apprehension to being 100% all in during your launch weekends?
That was a trip, I have to admit. The launch weekends were incredible. I learned a lot. John Montes was just amazing. All of the coaches are amazing. The whole process was just, I was blown away. I really didn't expect it to be like it was. And it was a really good, I think AMTC is a good launching pad for people that want to act, get back into the business, or they want to sing. It's just great.
So tell me about your experience with Shine.
The whole experience of Shine is literally unforgettable. I will never forget that experience. Just as far as even the hotel was just, you literally, from the very beginning to the end, were treated as if, I don't want to say celebrity, but you were treated just world-class, like a world-class entertainer. And not only that, you were amongst believers. And so I was so grateful that I was able to go.
Now, I know there are no guarantees in programs like this, but after Shine, were you able to find meaningful work opportunities as a performer?
I was like immediately up and running as far as the acting and the singing and stuff after Shine. And then after that experience, I was able to actually land a commercial and a theatrical agent, like I would say within 4 months of Shine. So yeah, I've been very blessed. As far as singing is concerned, oh my gosh, I think just the experience with Shine has opened up a lot of doors for me to minister. I ministered at a lot of different churches. I did before, but I think, really that experience has just kind of given me the courage to respond to people that want me to come and minister at their churches or whatever their group is. And so that's what I'm doing now. And I just, I thank God for the opportunity that people want me to come and just share.
Stephanie, tell us about the album that you have out right now. What can listeners expect from you in this personal project of yours?
My album is actually called Beautiful, Songs to Change Your World. In a nutshell, it explains the different processes that I've gone through in my life. A period of when I was just totally had no self-esteem, fearful, just even asking and questioning God, can I do this? Am I worthy to sing or to whatever it is that, at the time I was saying, God, help me with this. To be honest, it's an incredible project. So I'm just so excited to be able to promote that project right now.
That's great, and we're definitely happy for you. Now, what advice would you give to somebody who's new to the AMTC family and just getting started on their launch weekend and their journey
I
towards
would
shine?
say the first thing is just be your authentic self, because God has a plan that's already set, and you can rest in that plan. And if that plan is a part of you being a megastar, then there's nothing that can stop that except you. If that plan is for you to just, have the experience and be excited, about it and move on with your life and work your job, then that's fine. But I think that just God ultimately, He has a plan. You have to rest in that plan.
Thank you, Stephanie. That's great advice. And thank you for calling in and taking the time to chat with us on AMTC Radio.
Thank you, Byron. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Family, make sure you go check out Stephanie's website, stephanie-martin.com. Pick up a new album, and we're going to get back to some music right here on AMTC Radio.
Why do we hold back when we know that we're destined for more? We could see His favor raining from the sky like never before. But we don't take a step of it. We're too afraid to try. Then when we miss our train, start to wonder why. Why do we hold back when we know that we're destined for more? Destined for we could be much greater, focusing on our creators instead of our limitations. And though this road is difficult, He won't let us go. He's transforming our souls. But we don't take a step of faith. We're too afraid to try. Then when we miss our train, start to wonder why. Why do we hold back when we know that we're destined for more? Destined for Oh Lord, how your love is real. Yes, Lord, and your love is kind. Your love is so surreal that it really blows our mind. So every time that fear comes in, it cannot be crippling. Cause your love is deeper still. Just in you step out, we will. Why do we live in such fear when you are so close and near? Jeremiah 29, verse 11 is this year that you got the plans for us. So we can step out and trust, knowing what you have in store. Cause we're destined for more. So now we won't hold back. 'Cause we know that we're destined for more. Destined for more. Destined for
just like you've traveled in time. Well, so have I, 'cause 'cause I'm finding out the hard way you can't stay with me. Maybe someday we'll find out if it's meant to be. But till then we figure out you don't belong to me. You belong to this world, the world, the world. So be on your way. Take these insecure illusions, find a better way to deal with this pain. We could use this time just to figure out the heartaches and what could have been done to be right. Then we could see through this future where we've always wanted to be. Maybe this time we'll grow, 'cause I'm finding out the hard way you can't stay with me. Maybe someday we'll find out if it's meant to be. But till then we figure out you don't belong to me. You belong. I gotta be real. This is the hardest thing I ever done. I gotta be strong now, 'cause if this is true, then this can wait. Carry on, my dear. 'Cause we're finding out the hard way you can't stay with me. Maybe someday we'll find out if it's meant to be. But till then we figure out you don't belong to me.
We're back on AMTC Radio. I'm your host, Byron Francis. You just heard a beautiful set of songs. The first one by Tanya Boré from the Winter 15 Shine album. The title of that song was called Destined for More. The last song you heard was You Belong by Rodney Thurman, also from the Winter 15 Shine album. And we also actually have Rodney on the phone with us today. Rodney, thanks for calling in to AMTC Radio today to share with us about, what you've been up to. I know you're busy and in the studio working, so let's jump right into the conversation, man. Tell us about your music, the song You Belong, and your style of music and what serves as your motivation as an artist.
I've kind of been a songwriter and a musician for a little while, so I've had the privilege of working with different artists across the country, some bigger, some just kind of starting out. So I've written literally everything that you can think of, from metal songs to R&B songs to rock songs. Me personally, I've always kind of been a bit of a rock kid, but probably within the past handful of years, honestly, pop country is where it's at for me. Not only because I definitely would stand apart in the pop country realm. But also, I just love what's going on with country music right now. It's really where rock has made its home. But this was actually the first ever AMTC album. So the way that they did it for us might have changed a little bit now. But the way that they did do it for us is pretty much right at the end of Shine. They asked for submissions. So anybody who was a songwriter that had anything recorded, you could submit, and they picked the top songs out of that situation. So now it's exciting to see it now, because obviously there's a little energy behind it. So man, the talent for this upcoming Shine now is it's amazing.
And it's exciting too. I actually went through Shine Summer 15, so I had the pleasure of seeing a lot of those artists. But more about you, Rodney. What's next for you after Shine? I know you've been in the studio, you've been writing, performing. What's the next step for Rodney Thurman?
Well, now it's kind of the sky's the limit. As far as music, I've recently begun producing. I've always kind of produced more or less, but also as far as acting, grinding it out right now. My manager's actually helping out Joanne Smolin, which some of you may or may not know about her, but she will most likely be at Shine. She's usually there. And if you're a part of the LA hub, she sometimes comes in and helps out. She's been helping me with everything. Even just this past week, I've had like 6 auditions. Just with her helping me out with everything. I've always been kind of behind the camera too. So I've actually been producing like short films for people, talking about doing a music video for another AMTC artist and different things here and there. So yeah. And last but not least, I personally have some new music coming out. The single, it's called Gravity, and it should be coming out very, very soon.
Well, I'm sure that's very encouraging to other AMTC performers that you're staying so busy. To that point, what type of advice would you give to someone who's going through AMTC right now?
Well, even if you're a seasoned artist, or you're just a kid off the street trying to really figure it out, or even if you're 50, 60, 70 years old and you're trying to get in the game, honestly, this is the safest, most loving place that you could ever go for it, to be completely honest with you. And having God as your support, I mean, God's behind you, you've got friends behind you, you've got family behind you. It really is your time to shine, and it won't hit you until you're at Shine how big and epic of an opportunity that it is. So just run with it.
Rodney, that's amazing advice, and it's so true. Well, we know you're busy, so we're going to let you get back to your work in the studio. And AMTC family, we'll get back to some music. Here's Gideon Ruth with Lay Your Head Down.
I like coming home and smell your favorite candle. I like how you let down your hair in that autumn sky. Oh, your smile wraps me tight. Lay chest so I can feel your heartbeat in mine. Lay your head down when the world stops spinning round and time gave us all it found. I know we'll be forever bound, standing here on lovers' ground. Lay your head down. Lay your head down on my chest so I can feel your heartbeat in mine. Lay your head down. Step forward, step back. Don't you dare put your foot on that crack. Dirty ground and fresh kicks. Why don't we know that those two just don't mix? No, so clean, so pure, but yet we defer to the middle to find a new cure. Oh, hope is lost, 'cause right on that spot we can't find our shoe tops and our laces are not. If I only knew you were my new shoes, I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. Ooh, ooh. Mis zapatos are dirty. What can I do? Mis zapatos are dirty. My socks are still dry, but I cannot be certain. Oh no, it's like a catastrophe. The mud is all over me. I can't find a way to clean. Find a towel and some soap, but I can't find the strength to reach my toes. I gotta look up, hands up, face up, take up, oh take up my Jesus who takes care of my stuff. If I only knew you were my new shoes, I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. Ooh, ooh. You break my heart, break my soul, everything I think I am. Get nothing's close, I rip my soul so I can hear your plan. You see, my mindset is a you, and that's so problematic. I've lived alone and now I've had it. I'm gonna turn around now, but not a 180. I'm sticking to 90, so I ain't looking to what's behind me, no. The rearview mirror sometimes blinding. I find that plus to guidance so tiny like handwriting. And it can be erased, my time can be replaced. Say Satan in your face, we be the victors of this race. Yes, if I only you were my new shoes, I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. If I only knew you were my new shoes, I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. I wouldn't walk in the mud, I wouldn't play in that crud, I wouldn't dirty, that's all you may do. Ooh, ooh.
You just heard Andrew Frazier's song Dirty Shoes. We started that set with Gideon Ruth and Lay Your Head. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the one and only AMTC Radio. I'm your host, Byron Francis. We've been talking to AMTC graduates Stephanie Martin and Rodney Thurman about their Shine experiences and their advice to our newcomers about what AMTC is and what it means to them. I'm happy to have Jamie Squires with us today. She's also a AMTC graduate. And Jamie, I guess I'll just let you talk about what your role is with AMTC, and then we'll jump in and talk about whatever advice or tips you have for our newcomers to the family. How does that sound?
Sounds good. I'm Jamie Squires. I went to Shine in 2012. I now work for AMTC as a team leader for the Chicago Hub. So that's been for the past 2 years. So my year of going through Shine and my year after, a lot of things happened with my music. I'm a professional songwriter, singer, performer, all of that good stuff. And I never wanted to leave AMTC, hence why a year later I came back as a TA, just working check-in. People coming into launches just wanted to be there. Then I started to get more things under my belt, resume-wise, so they let me coach. And then after that, it led me to team leading and coaching. So AMTC's always been there for me, and I'm just excited to be able to give back, and so soon, which is cool.
Now, you have a unique perspective as someone who's seen both sides of the AMTC process, as a performer going through the bridge program, the launch weekends, Shine, to now being a coach and preparing other performers for that same experience. What was it in your experience that gives you, I guess, insight to help new performers as they come through AMTC and you're interacting with them in your role as a coach?
I mean, there's always a lot of fear, just that I brought in myself. Plus, I always knew that I loved to sing and perform and write songs. I had been in some musicals, but I didn't really think of myself as a commercial model or as an actor. So when they said, hey, you're going to be doing commercial modeling and acting, that was scary. But I really enjoyed getting to learn that at my launches. It really helped me get out of my shell and say, you know what, it's this one-track mind of I'm just going to be a singer. AMTC really helped broaden my horizons, and doing the modeling stuff and doing the acting stuff, it just gave me more confidence in my singing as well. So that was rough. I laugh now when I see people come in and they're like, what, you want me to act, or you want me to model? I'm like, I know, I was there. Believe me, you'll get through it. It'll be okay.
Right. Now, fear is definitely something that we all deal with when we're performing or getting ready to audition. What kind of advice would you give to someone who's considering joining AMTC who might have some apprehension or reluctance about their audition?
Yeah, I would say definitely examine why you are afraid to go and audition. For me, I thought it was because, well, you know, there's a lot of big audition things like this, and didn't realize how many walls I had up and how much fear there was to step out and really go for pursuing my dream. Because if I really go for it, then it's really like, okay, if I fail, I fail. And if I don't, I'm there, but there's that chance of you don't know until you try. And I was like, well, I don't know if I want to know how it feels to fail. And so I would say that even in the failures that I've had of different things I submitted for that didn't work out, I grew and I learned from it. And so just number one, take that step and go audition. And then two, from there, if you feel like AMTC is or is not the place for you, it's a great ministry to get involved in, whether you realize, hey, this is what I want my life's work to be in the entertainment industry. And the presentation, I mean, it'll put you in your place. Like, if is this what you want to do? Because this is what that looks like. So it's okay if that's no. That's okay. You know, it's not anything. That's what I tell people all the time. Like, it's a big commitment. It's a life change. I don't want you to half-heartedly go through AMTC. So make sure that you're ready. And if the answer is no, that's fine. You know, whether it's maybe you're going to come back and audition a year from now, that's cool. Maybe they just want to become a monthly partner and help support the ministry. That's a really cool thing AMTC has to offer nowadays too, where it's like, I want media to change and be better, but I don't know if I want to be the person on screen. Well, it's like, well, help us do that.
Yeah, we definitely need people willing to pray and intercede and be commitment partners for people going through the AMTC process. I agree. So before I let you get out of here, tell everyone where you can download your album and tell us about the title and how we can get to know more about you. Do you have a website?
Yeah, it's called That Kind of Heart. And my name, Jamie Squires, is spelled kind of differently. So it's Jayme Squires, Squires. And you can find all the different online stores at jamiesquires.com. It's available in select Walmart stores and on iTunes. And you can look it up, download it there. Or on my website, you could see where all the different places I'll be performing. You could come visit me at a concert and buy a CD there as well. Or just say hi. That would be cool.
Definitely, Jamie, and thank you so much for taking the time to drop in on us today. Family, make sure you go out and support Jamie. Also support Rodney Thurman and Stephanie Martin. Check out their websites as well as the websites of the artists that we played on the radio today. Also, if you're interested in being a part of what we're doing here on AMTC Radio, make sure you check with your hub leaders and see how you can get involved. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We're always interested in knowing what you think of the show. Until next time, family, continue to make good Boulder. Love you all. Have a great week.